Leonard Ravenhill once stated that entertainment is the devil's substitute for joy. Well, in this 21st century, postmodern, unchristianized America, just about everyone looks for some form of entertainment to escape the ongoing daily work-related, politically charged, sociologically intense world that we live in. And for many of us, entertainment consists of a few moments or a little time in front of the TV. But with so much lasciviousness and promiscuity and unnatural sexual relations being displayed on television, there aren't many choices these days that you can just sit down and mentally disengage. Well, one of the things that you can generally disengage with are food shows. One food show that my wife loves to watch is Top Chef. It's a show hosted by a lady named Padma Lakshmi that generally has several other judges with her, and they judge several chefs, having them cook meals in which they generally put in some special ingredient that isn't normally found on our dinner plate. Like, for example, cow brain or bull intestines, maybe frog legs, or some other kind of weird, unnatural, that is unnatural for most Americans, daily meal food product to prepare this meal and then present it for the judges to eat. And whichever one meal they find the best, the chef wins the prize, which is usually money. This is a very interesting show. It gives you a chance to unlock your mind, just let it go on autopilot instead of picking sides. That is until the season finale in 2018, where all the judges wore Planned Parenthood pins. For those of us that take the life of the unborn seriously, to watch a show that we were hoping that we can disengage from the cultural battles, which forced us to re-engage, was totally unacceptable. One viewer tweeted the host, and the viewer stated, "Come on, just stick with food. Crap. Can't we just relax?" Well, Pamela decided to tweet her back. She said, "No, we can't relax. We need food for survival. We also need privacy to deal with our own bodies as we see fit." Privacy to deal with our own bodies? If this woman was serious about privacy, why did she have these judges wear Planned Parenthood pins on national television? Why did she decide to alienate half of her audience automatically if privacy is what she wanted? And newsflash, once that sperm and that ovum connect, there is a whole new set of chromosomes. There's a whole new set of DNA. This is no longer her body. What was once half her body and half the body of the man, God has automatically at that point in time created a new body that is formulated within the woman. No one can dispute that fact. Not atheists, not evolutionists, no one. And everyone knows that all you have to do is wait 9 months later for that fact to be a reality. So to sit over there and say what a woman could do with her body, what she could do with her body is not have sex if she doesn't want to get pregnant. But the fact of it is, once she gets pregnant, she's pregnant and he's pregnant. Both of them are pregnant with the baby that is placed in the womb that God designed for growth. The sanctuary that God has made within the woman, that women like Miss Loxmay and others no longer look at as a sanctuary, but as the potential oven of Moloch, where babies were burned. So, and then she followed up with another tweet. I've been supporting PPFA, that is the Planned Parenthood Federation of America, for a long time, and want to thank Bravo Top Chef for letting me showcase them tonight. Her tweet was acknowledged by Cecile Richards, the president of Planned Parenthood, who stated, "Your support is always appreciated." Planned Parenthood, founded by Margaret Sanger, the eugenicist. Anyway, I'll get back to you on Margaret in a minute. So Miss Loxmay, she tries to quantify her support for Planned Parenthood. You know, in an interview with CNN, she was trying to talk about all the good work that they do. But she also stated, so little of what Planned Parenthood does is abortion. That is this to say, well, in my opinion, it's like Planned Parenthood helps more people than they kill. So if they supposedly provide helpful things for women, that mitigates the lesser number of women and men they kill in the womb. Now, they won't use that language. I'll use it. I don't believe that they help more than they kill, but just for her sake, conversation's sake, they kill, but that is not as much. Interesting, isn't it? And then, further in her interview with CNN, she made another startling statement to me. I am a woman of color. I am a brown person working in a white culture and living in a white culture. So I guess that's supposed to give her more credence in her acceptance of killing the unborn and her support for the killing of the unborn. I wonder, does she understand that most Planned Parenthood facilities are located in people of color communities? Does she understand that black people make up about 13% of the population? That is, black women, about half of that, maybe about 6%, but we account for 30% or plus of the abortions. So does that make it better? I mean, who is she looking out for anyway? Well, she said she's a woman of color. I mean, she's saying that since I'm a woman of color, we should be able to kill more babies and it's okay. That's the way I would define what she's saying. Instead of, she tried to make it sound like I'm sticking up for women of color. Really? Not those women in the womb? Not at all. Or the men in the womb for that matter. You're not sticking up for them, Padma. I'm sure that Miss Loxmay and her fellow judges thought they were doing a real service for the community. That they thought they were standing up for what is right. But biblically, they've completely missed the point. They are nowhere near what is right. I mean, it says in Psalms 139:13, "For it was you who created my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb." If God is knitting people together in their mother's womb, abortionists are ripping out legs, ripping out arms, crushing skulls, sucking out babies' brains, stabbing them in the back of the neck after pulling the rest of the body out to kill them. So where God is knitting them together in the womb, abortionists are tearing them apart. That isn't a pleasant thing to think about. Most people don't want to think about the reality of exactly what happens during an abortion. But these judges, they can't see. They can't see the evil because, as the Bible says in Romans chapter 1, verses 28 through 32, and because they did not think it worthwhile to acknowledge God, God delivered them over to a worthless mind to do what is morally wrong. They are filled with all unrighteousness, evil, greed, and wickedness. They are full of envy, murder, quarrels, deceit, and malice. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, arrogant, proud, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, and unmerciful. Although they know full well God's sentence that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but even applaud others who practice them. I think abortionists and abortion supporters both fall into that category. Notice, murderers, unloving, totally unloving to the babies in the womb, completely no affection for them, none whatsoever. And these people, these judges, wearing a pin at a food show, showing their pleasure, showing their honor, how they honor the corruption, the destruction of the unborn, while they're eating food prepared by these contestants. They may as well be cannibalizing the unborn, because there's far little difference between what they support and what they were doing at that juncture.